Special edition of Coach's Corner this week. We are pleased to be joined by former Mountaineer forward and the school's all-time leader in offensive rebounds, Kevin Jones. Kevin, welcome to the program.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
The reason why we wanted to get you on here is you're bringing back your camps to South Charleston area just to kind of give the lay of the land. What's the camp for? What are you wanting to accomplish? Just kind of give the audience a little bit of the lay of the land.
Well, yeah. For me, it's just giving back to the younger generation. It's always something I wanted to do. Even after my playing career is over, I wanted to be involved in basketball and giving back. So this is just an opportunity for me to do that. And the first year, we weren't able to have it fully paid for all the campers. But last year was the first time we had enough sponsors to do so. And this year we're trying to do the same thing again. And that means a lot to me because I know everybody is not able to afford these kind of camps where you have players that's coming back from WVU can come and teach you things. That's a dream come true for a lot of kids. So I wanted to make that possible.
What's the importance then along that line of sponsorships? I mean, you're looking for sponsorship still to try and to make the purpose and the goal free for the kids that they're not having to pay that admission to get in. But what's the importance in your eyes of allowing a camp like this to be for free?
As a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I think, like I said, with the talent that I usually get with the guys that are able to come back and spend their time teaching kids, it's priceless. And as a kid growing up in a inner city, I wasn't always afforded the opportunities to go to these kind of camps, and they usually were pretty expensive. So I didn't want that to be the case for this camp, and it's just a unique thing. Not everybody is able to do it, and I have been. So hopefully I can continue to do that.
When you talk with your former teammates and even guys that have played at the university as well, what's their feedback? I mean, what's it like for them as well? I know it's a great experience for you, but what's it like for them from what you've been told?
They love it, man. We all turn into like little kids when we get back out there, and we mess around with the kids and just shoot around with them. You see the smiles on their faces, the smiles on the parents' face. Like I said, it's priceless, man, and they love it just as much as I do. And anytime I reach out to them for this kind of opportunity, if they're not doing anything, they're more than usually. They'll come in and they have as much fun as I do.
It seems like just from talking with you throughout the last couple of years and just even recently, this state means so much to you. Mm-hmm. And a guy coming from New York, you play basketball here collegiately for Coach Huggins at WVU. What has this state meant to you that now you're wanting to give back even more?
This has been like a second home to me, just the amount of support that Mountaineer Nation has shown me. Not just Mountaineer Nation, but just West Virginia residents in general, man. It's been great for me, and I've been living here since I graduated in 2012, so pretty much a resident myself. So I'm always around between here and Morgantown, and I just love the state so much, and it's done so much for me. So it's only right that I try to give back as much as I can.
So for people that are wanting to pursue or attend this camp, what can people expect if they were to attend?
A lot of high energy. I would say a lot of instruction too. I wanted to make this camp about things you can do that kids can go back and they can work out and practice on their own, and something that they can help improve their games, and just like a stepping stone to show that, hey, I learned this drill from this camp, or I got, this amount of knowledge from this coach while I was there. So that's the biggest thing for me, that they leave with something that they can take back home and work on themselves.
I know whenever you and I have been out together, even working out, there was a kid that we ran into when we were working out that said that, hey, I attended your camp. Right. When you have those kinds of interactions, what does that mean for you?
It makes me feel great that I was able to impact that kid's life, whether it not be personally, but just being able to come into the camp, just being able to be in a surrounding with other kids who are trying to reach the same goal. And that means everything to me, because like I said, I was that kid that wanted that knowledge and wanted to have that opportunity to further my game. So I just wanted to provide that for the kids.
For the kind of give them as well, where's the camp going to be held? When's it going to be? And what can people expect coming up?
Right. It's at the South Charleston Recreation Center, July 11th and 12th. On July 11th, it's going to be ages 6 through 11. And on July 12th, which is a Saturday, it'll be ages 11 through, high school, 11 through 17. So we try to split them up because usually we have a lot of people who register, sign up. So we try to split the days up so we can give as much individual training as we possibly could. And like I said, like you can expect a lot of high energy from me and anybody that's coming around to camp. Last year, guys did a great job. We had Juwan Staten, we had Jonathan Holton, we had Taz Sherman, and they did a great job with the kids. And I know that, you know, the people that we're reaching out to, they'll do the same. And I'm excited about it.
I know this is a camp that's happened a lot over the last couple of years, but take me back to when you first started doing this. How has it kind of evolved into what it is today?
You know what? It started the year after I graduated. So actually the summer after I graduated, 2012, and started at GW. And I honestly had no idea what I was doing. But everybody had fun. I think I had close to like 200 kids in all. And the idea just kind of came to me that, like I said, I just wanted to give back to the younger generation and just kind of give them the knowledge that I've received through my time playing. And I thought, what better way than to have a camp? But it's grown a lot from there. I've learned a lot about actually running a camp and not just, you know, using my name to run it, but actually having structure to it. And it's evolved over the years by, you know, like I said, just having structure to it. I have Adam Zimmerman, who runs Zone Out Sports out in Hurricane. He helps me a lot with the camp and organize it. The kids love him as well. And like I said, man, it's just been a fun roller coaster ride for me. And it's hard to fit everything in the summer because I'm just coming off a 10-month season where I only have 2 to 3 months to try to arrange these things. But this is one of the things that I felt is necessary for me to do while I'm back home.
Along your playing career, again, you just mentioned how you just finished a 10-month season over in Japan. Biggest takeaway from your season this past year?
It didn't go the way I wanted it to. We had a really good team in my opinion, a team that I thought would fight for a championship. Unfortunately, we had some injuries throughout the season. Just never was able to get on the right track. But we had some pretty good talent overall. Won some good games. So I stayed injury free, and you know that's the most you can ask for in a long season like that. And I'm still wondering right now what I'm going to do about playing next season or not. So we'll see.
When you talk about just being able to play overseas, I know you've had a couple of stops in different countries along the way. I know you had a brief stint in the NBA, but what's it like for you that you played college basketball over here, you played professionally in the States, but then when you go outside of this country, what's it like for you to be able to step into new waters or go somewhere new and just experience a different culture?
I think it's great. I think it's very important for people to go out and see new things and experience new cultures. I didn't really like it at first. I'm very family oriented. I have a very close family, so being away from them for 10 months at a time is always sad for me to do. But the more and more I've done it, I've gotten used to it. I've built some amazing lifelong friendships while I've been there, amazing teammates, coaches, etc. So I wouldn't trade it for anything. I got to see the world, and I'm still continuing to see the world. So it's been a great experience for me.
How has your game grown from when you graduated in 2012 to now being in 2025?
With those coaches, you get to see different types of basketball, experience different coaches who want you to do different things on the court. So it's kind of put me outside my comfort zone of doing different things. Sometimes I was asked to bring the ball up, be a facilitator, which I never did. People who know me from WVU, they know me as, garbage guy getting rebounds and scoring that way. But, my game's expanded, shooting threes, being more of a perimeter threat, posting up. And just like I said, just different parts of my game has forced me to get out of my comfort zone and be a more all-around player.
Favorite food that you've had over in Japan?
I love ramen. I love any fried rice. I'm into noodles and rice, anything that, and that's a part of their whole culture out there. So the food over there is great for me.
I know when talking and listening to former Mountaineer basketball players that have eventually gone overseas and played, they always have that moment where you might have run into somebody that might be wearing the flying WV or they might be something Mountaineer related. Have you ever had that moment cross up over the last couple of years?
Plenty of times. I've had random people. I've been on the train and just seeing somebody with a random WVU sweater or hat or something like that. And then we also had some guys over there like Nathan Adrian. He was out there playing. Logan Rout. He was out in Japan as well. So that WVU family there's always somebody somewhere. So it's always great to have that kind of comfort of home. So it was good seeing them out there.
You mentioned the WVU family side of things. When you guys go away, you guys graduate, and you guys still develop those relationships and keep those relationships, does it seem like you guys never skip a beat when you guys get back together?
For sure. I think we made it that way. We made a culture where everybody is more than welcome to come back and feel great, feel like they're at home again. Whether it be Best Virginia, which we do during the summer, whether it be alumni games, certain things that we do to get back, and guys will play 5-on-5 at the practice facility. And I think our coaches did a great job of keeping us all together. And we even got an alumni locker room in the practice facility, so we always feel at home whenever we come back here.
You mentioned Best Virginia. Let's spend a little bit of time on that. I know your playing days are over with that, but now that you kind of stepped off the playing court in regards to TBT, what's your excitement now with it being back in Charleston?
Oh man, it's great now. Wheeling was cool. Pittsburgh was Pittsburgh, but I'm glad that it's back here. You know, last time we were back here, we had a magical run, so I'm looking for the same thing this summer. And with the guys that already have been announced and will be announced coming up, you know, I get asked to be part of kind of like the process of choosing which guys we want on the team and stuff like that. So it's been exciting to hear the names that's been floating around, and hopefully we get these names. And if we do, we're gonna have a heck of a team. I think we could do some things.
I know we kind of hinted at already, but when you guys do Best Virginia and you guys do keep it in the state, what do you think it means for the people of the state that do follow the Mountaineer so thoroughly?
I think it just gives that nostalgia factor of being back in the Civic Center again, seeing us play. We have so much pride playing in front of the Mountaineer crowd, and they always show up good for us. So we want to go out there and put on a show for them, and this is a way to do that.
Are you a fan of the Elam ending? Yeah,
love the Elam ending. I wish that that would be incorporated in a part of every league and every basketball place that it can be. I think it makes you win. You have to win the game. You can't hold the ball. You can't. It makes you win the actual game. So I'm a fan, big fan.
One last question before I get you out of here. I know you and I talked briefly a couple of minutes ago about Ross Hodge now being the men's basketball coach. You were able to meet him this past weekend. First impression of Ross?
Great guy, very welcoming. John made a joke on our podcast, Final Forecast.
Good plug, by the way.
Yeah, I had to get that out there. But just like he expected like a George Bush handshake, and he went in for the Obama. So I was like, hey, he's all right with me. That's what he's doing. So I felt that same kind of energy being there. He told me, he's like, hey, you guys help build this facility. You're welcome anytime around. And that's what you want to hear as an alumni, and like setting that tone for us coming back. And we're going to support him, obviously. And I think they're going to do great things too. They've got, they did well in the portal, and I'm wishing him a solid season.
One last thing again, be sure to give our audience, just kind of talk about just where can they find it, where can they find the camp, how can they sign up, all that. Give them that plug.
Registration will be open this Sunday. We're still looking for sponsors for the camp. You can reach me at kj5camps@gmail.com or DM me at kj5camps on our Instagram page. We're almost on our way to our full sponsorships that we need to make this a totally free camp. So we're asking for your help. And like I said, just super excited about everything. I know it's going to be a great experience for the kids. And we will announce who will be there soon. Players, we'll do one per week leading up to the camp. So stay tuned for that as well.
All right, man. We appreciate you coming on. That's Kevin Jones, former Mountaineer forward, and currently in the camp business. So be sure to check him out on all of his socials and his Gmail as well. And be sure to follow us on Facebook at HD Media Sports. Follow us on Twitter as well at Gaz Mail Sports. That's Gaz Mail Sports. And we'll see you guys soon on Coach's Corner.